Okay guys, back here with another video. I'm in between a couple things. I finished up one project and waiting for the customer to get it so I can put it on their vehicle and show you guys how it works and video it, everything. So once that's done, then I'll put that video up. But in the meantime, I had a customer, let me scoot the chair out of the way. I had a customer call and ask for something to cover his outdoor fire pit, you know, with a big, it's 49 and a quarter by 44 and 5/8. Now that's the inside dimensions. So it's like a stone fireplace. It's raised up about 20 some inches. So he wanted something to go on top of and cover it, and possibly with an opening to put firewood and garbage and whatever else he wants to burn in there. So anyways, so I took the inside dimensions, 49 and a quarter and 44 and 5/8, and I'm going to make it 18 inches tall. So here, here's what I came up with. So it's gonna be 18 inches. I'm gonna put two doors in it, and I'm gonna put them on the 49 and a quarter side, and they're probably gonna be 30-inch doors or so. And so that'll give a door on each side. He can open it up and load whatever in it. Also open it up and I guess roast marshmallows or weenies or whatever they want to put in there, right? So what I thought I would do was make the frame like this, where the angle iron sits inside, right? So it can't slide around or fall off, and then this will sit up over the top of the edge of the fire block, you know, going around it. So it'll kind of lock it in place, and that'll be kind of like a little molding strip around there. And I figure I'm gonna have like a, looking from the side, you know, it's gonna be 18 inches tall, and instead of having a flat top on it, put a like 6-inch peak right in the middle. And then I guess here, 6-inch peak in the middle, and then I'll have some little trusses or whatever going from the corners to the center, right? 6 inches taller than that. And then I've got some expanded metal that I'm going to put on there. So so that's that. So let's go over real quick. I'm gonna catch you up to speed. Like I said, this is what I got so far, and let me show you what I was talking about. Now there's a few things on here I got to finish still, but okay. So there's the 49 and a quarter, 44 and 5/8 that way, 18 inches tall. And if you guys are curious, I don't know, let's see here. This is all, you guys can see I'm very picky. So that's about, let me get it right on there. How do I have it? Sorry, on the corners. So 66 and a quarter. Let me get it over there. 66 and a quarter. So, and it's all square. I had to make sure it was all square and whatnot, because I'm definitely picky about that stuff. So what I did, let me lift this up, catch up speed. Like I said, so I got to cut this out here, right? I'll cut this out. I'll do a corner cut right there, and made them a little long too. But anyhow, I'll weld that up. Got it welded inside and everything, but you see how it's going to sit inside, and then the block will be on the outside. So what I did was cut my pieces, just pretty much butt weld them together, 17-inch corner pieces, and then I made the top. So to make it easier for me, what I did was I made the bottom and the top. I had the top upside down, cut all these corners, tacked them together, leveled them out, tacked them and everything, then set them on the bottom, made sure it was all square all the way around, tacked those dudes in place, and then came back and made sure everything was hard tacked so it couldn't move, then welded it inside and out. So these outside ones are going to get buffed down, but that's why I welded, except for those guys. It's just these top ones on all those corners I'm going to buff down and round and smooth and whatnot, but the insides will stay welded. So, and like I said, it's going to have a 6-inch peak here in the middle, and then those trusses going down, or whatever you want to call them, runners. And then let's go around here to my side yard. Yeah, I used it as a backdrop for painting a while ago. But I've got this 1-inch expanded metal, so I figured that stuff would go on there pretty good and let light through and fire and whatnot. It's a little heavier than some screen material, but so I think it'll withstand the heat a little better. Don't mind my scrap pile, and it's not really all scrap, but so that's where I am now. I'm gonna put a piece right in the middle, piece right in the middle there, and then on this side, that's where the doors are going to be, this side and on that side. And I'm going to use angle iron on the inside here for that door to come up, and I've got some 1/2-inch angle iron that'll swing in and lock inside, you know, go inside there like a, you know, a door jam essentially. So that's where I'm at so far. As soon as I get those top pieces cut and get those all ready, then I'll show you, I'll fit it, and then we'll just kind of go from there. All right, I'm gonna put you down and I'll pick you back up later. All right guys, let's catch up to speed real quick before I get ahead of myself and do the entire thing and forget to do a video. So right now I'm cutting up the screens for this. Let's use some 1-inch expanded. I think we went over that. But there's the doors, the little side windows there, and then those guys at the very end are these little, I guess, wing windows you'd call them if it was an old truck or something. But then I've got another sheet to do up here for the roof of this thing. So what I did last time, or since the last time, is I put these handy little doors in there. That's kind of cool. Let's use some gate hinges and some 1/2-inch angle iron. So flipped it out one way to hit up against here so it didn't go in, and then the other one's in, pointed in, so I can use a weld surface for my expanded metal that goes in there. So that's it so far. I got to cut all these little corners off that are inside. So what I did there is I used some flat bar, of course, but I thought with the heat it might warp. I might want to bow in or bow out and distort. So I put a little spine on the back of it, and I got that idea. Excuse me, I just burped a little bit. That was kind of rude because I used angle iron and got the hiccups too. Excuse me. For my door frames. So I wanted a little extra strength in there too. So, but I gotta come back and get all these corners off. I know nobody's gonna be inside, but just want to make sure you get all your corners. So anyways, let's get over here. How I figure out that guy right there. It's kind of easy. I just did a little trigonometry or whatever you want to call it, or started to. I had my measurement here, of course, and here, but also just took my tape measure, went across, split that guy in half, okay? And I wanted a 6-inch riser in the middle. This is looking down. So then I wanted to find out my total length of this, I guess would be your slope distance, right here, C. I don't know if you can see that quite well on my little table here. So, okay, right like that. There's a little cross section there. So anyways, I got to figure out this little bit here. So do the old Pythagorean theorem, right? A squared plus b squared equals that guy right there, the c squared, and that's what we wanted. So I did that. So I had 36 for my a squared. This is 6, so this a was the 6-inch peak in the middle, right? Because if it was this complete roof looking from the side, that's what it would be like right there, right? So a plus b equals c. So I did that right there. Right? 32 and a half. A squared, 36. B squared, which is 32 and a half. Which yeah, 32 and a half, because that's the total distance would be here to here. I just want this guy. It's 1056.25. I added those up. Get my 1092.25. Square roots 33.05. I just did 33 and an eighth. And so that's 1/20th or whatever. So I just, anyways, 16th. I can't remember what I did. Anyways, so that's that distance. So I just doubled it. And so I was going to find my angle, right? Because I got to find the A angle. I know this C was 90 degrees, so I need to find that out. And I thought, you know what? What am I doing? I already found out this total distance here, 3305, right? So it's 66.10. So I just made it a little bit longer than 66 inches. Put a slice in the middle of that dude, right there. Put it inside that angle there, and I lifted it up and measured up 6 inches, bent it up, and I used my magnets here to hold it up. And then that cross section was gonna be the same thing, but bent opposite, right? So got the same measurement, sliced in the middle, bent it up, and I notched both of those out. So this one was notched out like that, and this one was notched out like that. In essence, you know, you get what I'm saying. And they fit down right inside there. I just welded it up. So I started with the math, and I just ended up with doing it that way because I got tired of doing the math. And there's no point. It's nothing critical. So I got my correct measurements. That's all that mattered to me. So okay, well, that's it so far. Let me finish getting all this stuff cut up. I've got 2 more side pieces to cut up for that sheet, to end that sheet, and then I've got another sheet over there to take care of the roof of this thing. And then I've got some handy little handles to put on the door, you know. And then I kind of messed up on my design, guys, but look, I put them there. But man, if somebody lets that go, that's a pinch point. That's like a shearing point right there, right? And if somebody puts their hand in there and they just let it down, I don't like that. I mean, it's probably not going to do anything, but so I'm thinking I just put it in that corner like that, or maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe like that, I guess. So tell me what you guys would have done. But I built all this on the fly. I just kind of design as I go, and you guys know how it is. You got a thought in your head, you put it on paper, it's 2-dimensional, and then you're trying to take that 2-dimensional, maybe if you're really good at 3-dimensional drawing on the paper, it's still 2-dimensional, it's on the paper, and you're trying to turn it to this object. So it's a little tough sometimes, and you get to a point where you're like, man, this is what I would have done different. Oh, I would have done this, I would have done this. So, but I try not to beat myself up with those things, because if I ever make one of these again or something similar, well, I remember, hey, the last time I made that fire pit cover thing, I would have done this. Oh yeah, okay, so maybe I can implement it next time. Everything's about learning. But what I would have done, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it would have been kind of cool if I'd come out and got some square tube, some like 1x1 square tube, and made a frame on the outside away from this, and then did the door. I thought that would look kind of cool, kind of a little pop out there, right? But instead of it being flush, but I don't think it's gonna matter, but we'll see, maybe next time. So I just gotta do that, then I'm gonna get tacking all these panels on. I'll come back, show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. How's that? Okay, I'll see you guys back. All right guys, short video. Got everything cut out. Got those two guys welded in right there. Now it's time for lunch break. It's actually a little late. It's 2:27 in the afternoon, so it's a little late for my lunch, but you know how it is, you get work in, and I really don't get hungry. I usually lose my appetite since I've been drinking water and everything else throughout the day and sweating and it's hot and whatnot. So took a little break. My wonderful wife made me these delicious mini tacos. These are magic right here. Love them. They're so good. I don't use salsa on them. I mean, you could, but I just prefer not to. And I got myself a little, I think it's got cranberry and ginger ale in it, and she may or may not have put a little gin in it or something. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just working on this guy right here. So I needed something besides water and everything else. So, but yep, just want to update you. This is what's keeping me fueled right here. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. All right, guys, the fire pit project's done. Here it is, as it sits. Give you a quick walk around so you see. Oh, almost tripped. All right, so I got these little chingaderos here. What those are for is we're gonna lift up this. Okay, just do a little clip there. Okay, same thing over here. See, a little piece of angle iron. I just had this little bit of round bar, bend it in there, bend it up on the end so it can't come out. Put that little hook on it. This one's over 90 degrees here, so I did it over 90 degrees, and then canted that off to the side so it naturally wants to go forward. If I'd done it at straight 90, it would have been vertical. I didn't want that, so that's why it's off at an angle like so. But if we just do this, same thing. Oh, that one just wants to flip back, but that's how it should go. Put a nice sized log in there. Looks pretty good. Fits right in. You see how I was talking? The paver's a little off, but you can see under there. See it fit right in that lip right there. All the way around. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that's the finished product. We'll see what I get next. All right.